Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel, Hume's Little Homestead. I'm Katie, my husband is Ryan, and we are growing our family and building our little homestead in northern Arizona.
Skins of my seed coatings for my orange seeds.
Why do you want to do this project?
I want to plant them so we can have an orange tree.
Do you know what to do next after you peel?
No.
Put it on a damp paper towel and put it in a dark place. Oranges and lemons and citrus need warm, not cold stratification, so you just put it in a dark cupboard.
These two seeds.
And I don't know if these ones will sprout. Sometimes seeds of like clementines are sterile, but we'll try.
Yeah, but this one kind of broke.
What's on your hand?
What's on my hand? Nothing.
I'm pretty sure it's Margaret. Fold it in half.
Okay, and right now we're going to get my orange seeds on.
Put it in the baggie. Put the seeds down.
Oh. Covers the whole baggie.
Spray it before you put the seeds on.
Wait, what? Oh, the bag?
Open the bag. Paper towel. More than that.
It needs more humid.
Mm-hmm.
There.
No, keep going.
Now put the seeds in the baggie. Boop, boop. Now close it. So Mom has cleared out a space for me to put it in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's see how the plants did last night that I covered. Ooh, those are getting tall. Look how tall the flowers are getting. Hey, they did okay. I'm gonna fill in some more dirt around those ones, but they're not dead. That's pretty exciting. Ooh, those ones are doing really good. And those ones are not doing good. I feel like I buried them because they were... Anyway, we'll see if anything happens with that one. Hello, cute rabbits. Hello. Like the new situation? This one's scared. And the lone rooster. You can't go in there because you'll beat everybody up. Especially that little guy. Isn't he pretty though? The apple trees are getting their leaves nice and bushy. Rose bush isn't growing yet. I don't know if I've shown where I planted all these berry bushes I bought. We planted them along right next to the garden, but outside of the garden, along this ditch. This one had some growth already. It's not doing great in the cold, but it's encouraging to see something sprouting that I planted. Every morning I'm going to lift this up and I just have a dirt clod. So I put a dirt clod or a rock there so that the tomato plants under there will get good airflow. They're still going to be shaded because they're not used to the sun. That milk carton will shade them. But just propping it up just a little bit will give those tomatoes the protection they need. And then at night, I'll lift it back down. I'll take the dirt clods or rocks, whatever you want to use, and lower it back down, and it will protect it from the frost. I can't believe it worked. I'm so excited. So that one's doing good. Those ones are kind of laying over. I'm going to add some more soil over that. I can probably do that right now. Today on the menu is baked potatoes. Levi was very excited about, he was looking over the menu. He hasn't liked the last 2 meals that I made. He didn't like the macaroni because we put onions in it, and he didn't like the meatloaf. Again, he's found the onions in it. And when I made the macaroni, he's like, why would anyone choose to put onions in macaroni? It was really, really funny. I suppose I could have left them out, but I actually like the flavor with the onions better, so I didn't want to leave them out. Anyway, he was looking over the menu because he was feeling a little discouraged, I think. And he's like, thank you so much for putting baked potatoes on the menu so many times. So he'll be happy about tonight's meal, and I'm happy about it. The one thing I was worried about doing this challenge in May, I thought about putting it off until June, because May is one of the busiest months as a stay-at-home mom. I don't know if other stay-at-home moms feel this way, but May is the ending of the school year. And granted, I don't homeschool. If I was homeschooling, it might even be harder, but taking my kids to and from school takes an hour every morning, an hour every afternoon. And in the month of May, there are a lot of activities because things are wrapping up. Seasons are wrapping up. Sports are wrapping up. So in the month of May, I've got a dance recital for Haley to go to. I've got Caden's classes doing a puppet show. And I just have a lot of things on my schedule that I need to be there for my kids. Like, for me, that's like my number one priority as a stay-at-home mom, is to make it to those things. And so in May, I'm not home all the time. And I mean, hardly ever home all the time. It's funny. I'm like, I should be home all the time, but I'm not. We just have really kind of busy lives. I actually really liked that about COVID, that the world kind of shut down for a little bit, and that was kind of nice. But I mean, the world needs to keep moving, and we need to keep doing. Life needs to go on. So I'm glad. I'm so happy and glad for all of these activities. I'm so happy that the schools are going. I'm so so happy about all those things. But anyway, I'm just trying to say is that I picked the busiest month, May and December. It's kind of a toss-up between May and December of which months are the busiest in the year. And I think maybe most Americans will find this true, is that May and December are just very, very busy months. And graduations and all of that. So anyway, I diverged again. I picked May. I'm doing May. We're not eating out in May. And something that's really funny is I've never made my husband's lunch in our marriage, but this morning he actually got called to go to Phoenix this morning for his job. And usually when he goes to Phoenix, he just eats out. It's not a big deal. That's our plan. But I was like, well, this is our little goal to not eat out this month. So because he bought the beef jerky, he was feeling kind of bad about his impulse shop. So I was like, I'll make you a lunch, because he was like, I'm just going to skip lunch. And I was like, I'll make you a lunch. And so I actually packed him a lunch this morning, which is what the first clip of this video was. Me making him a lunch with a smiley face. Like, yay, we could do this. But anyway, so I made his lunch this morning, and we're trying to really stick to this no eating out thing. So Mondays and Wednesdays are my busiest days, and I was afraid that Mondays I would give in, but I haven't so far. I mean, it's only been one Monday so far, but tomorrow is another busy day. But today, this is a long way of saying I'm starting the baked potatoes this morning instead of waiting until this afternoon to make them, because today I've got to pick up my kids at 3:30. Don't want to be late. I need to pick them up at 3:30, and then they have activities today after school that I need to get them to, which I am just not going to have time to be baking this afternoon. I'm also doing a project that doesn't have to do with cooking today. I need time to devote to this other project. And so anyway, I'm going to make the baked potatoes this morning. Really quick, I'm going to give you an update on this incubator saga. So the reason for the egg experiment was because last year this incubator that I am incubating all of our chicken eggs in right now, that I collected so carefully and did the best I could with keeping their temperature correct, does not hold temperature well. I have it set to 38.2, yep, and you can already see it's going down, and usually you incubate eggs at 37.5 degrees Celsius. But last night I went to candle these eggs for the little short clips that I'm doing, and I felt the egg. I pulled the egg out of the incubator, and it was cold. It was cold to the touch, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I put this little meat thermometer in, and I should have been doing this all along. It's kind of hard to see through this, so I just pop this up to get a better view. I don't open it very long because I'm just struggling with it. I pulled out the egg to get a nice little video of day 1 of incubation for our short clips for the egg experiment and for the chicken egg development project I have going, and it was cool to the touch. And I put that thermometer in, and it was 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which is almost 10 degrees lower than the egg should be at. So I put that thermometer in, and I have been playing around with the temperature all last night and this morning, and I finally have it, I think, at a good temperature, 99.5. And I put towels, that's why I have the towels on the incubator, to just kind of hold in any air that's escaping through any of the gaps in the incubator. And I have a final decision on this incubator that do not buy that incubator. I don't even have a link for it because we bought it last year. Anyway, don't buy that incubator. It's a crappy incubator. I probably should say it's not a good incubator. I shouldn't say crappy on our channel. I'm sorry. But it was just, I'm feeling really frustrated with it. But I shouldn't feel frustrated because this was the experiment. The experiment was to see if it was user's error, which would be me. I gave the incubator the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, it was probably me. I probably did something wrong in the incubation process. But now I know. It was not me. I mean, part of it was because I didn't store my eggs correctly last year. I saved them longer than 10 days. Like, I did a few things that I probably shouldn't have done. But this year, I did everything, like, exactly perfect. Like, exactly scientifically what I should have done. I only collected the eggs for 7 days. I kept them at 55 degrees Fahrenheit, but now the incubator is failing me and it's only day 2 of incubation. I have a naked baby running around that I have to go deal with. 1 second though. Anyway, don't buy this incubator. And the last thing I'll say before I get started on the baked potatoes. Can't believe he's just running around naked. Okay, I'm really excited to use this incubator. It is holding temperature well, and I bought a couple more of those meat thermometers. I'm gonna pop it in, and I should be receiving the email today, because the quail eggs are supposed to be shipping today, that they will be shipping. So I'm waiting for that email, and I'm super excited. So tonight I'm making baked potatoes. Real quick, I'll tell you what's going on with the baked potatoes. I bake them at 400 degrees for an hour. I do the whole bag, so I'm gonna do this whole bag. And the reason I do this, I started doing this a couple of years ago, is because my family loves baked potatoes. So I'm gonna do the whole bag, and the reason I do it all at once is because after they're all the way cooked, I put the leftovers in the fridge, and then we have baked potatoes and they can eat it for lunch, after school snack, whatever they want a baked potato for. They just pop it in the microwave and reheat it. And so baked potatoes are like a huge staple in this house. So I should start learning how to grow my own potatoes. That is on my list, but I haven't dove into that project yet. In the future, I'll have a potato patch. But right now, those are from Sam's Club. All right. Here is the naked baby who now has clothes on. Want to say hi? No. I was going to show you guys something else that I found this morning. Levi is doing a project, so I needed to clear a space off in the cupboard, which I've been needing to clean out our cupboards anyway. But I have something in here that I'm pretty glad about, actually. Sorry, this is a very weird angle. Holding a baby and a phone and trying to get the thing out that I'm showing you. I still have some formula left over, so I'm actually going to start giving him 1 bottle of formula a day. So when we switched him over from formula to milk, which was in January, I switched him, no, it was February. I switched him in February, March, April, May, so it's only been 3 months. But I do half formula, half milk when I start switching him over. Baba, you want a baba? And I was done switching him over because he was totally on milk, so I just left that formula in the back for emergencies. I don't know. I'm always worried some apocalypse is gonna happen and I'm gonna need stuff. So I saved this, so I'm gonna use it now because I don't want it to go bad. And I am getting worried that 5 gallons of milk wasn't enough for the whole month. I froze 5 gallons. I should have got 7 or 8, I think. So I'm going to give him 1 bottle of formula a day on his nap time, which I think will be good anyways because he doesn't always eat that much, so I think he could use the nutrition. Nope, your sister was painting. Did you get paint on you? Let me see. I was using the camera to see where I couldn't see. He grabbed her picture that she painted. Anyway, I think it'll be good to help him with nutrition anyway because he doesn't always eat that much when we're eating, and so I've been kind of wondering if I should supplement him with anything, but I think formula will be fine because it's basically like what you feed them when they're newborns. Anyway, I'm still going to keep giving him regular milk, and if we run out of milk, I don't want you to think I'm going to starve my family for this challenge. I will buy milk. I just want to make it without, so I'm like, hey, I've got this. I can totally supplement one of his bottles for regular formula, which is what he was on for a whole year anyway. So, all right, let's make you a bottle. We need a nap. You ready for a nap? Nap, nap, nap. Pop, pop, pop. You're so cute. I don't know why I said that Emmett was on formula for a whole year. I actually breastfed him until he was about 11 months old, and then he wanted more and more bottles. So I started supplementing with formula at 11 months. So I wasn't buying formula for that whole year. I don't know why I said that. But with my other 4 kids, they were all on formula for the first full year. I did not breastfeed my others. So breastfeeding was a different experience for me. I loved it with Emmett, but it was different when it was time to transition him. And I dry up so quick. Like, sorry if this is TMI, but I have to really work at breastfeeding. Like, it does not happen naturally for me. And so I have to work to get my supply up and have to keep my supply up by, making all the cookies that you're supposed to make and making sure that I sit down and feed him or feed the baby, whatever baby it was, but mostly just him because he's the only one I made it that far. I think with Haley I made it 6 months, but I was never exclusively breastfeeding with her at all. But with him it was cool. He didn't get sick. Like his first runny nose was like last month, and that was after I was done breastfeeding, and he's never been any kind of sick. So I did see some benefits to it. So if we ever get pregnant again, I will probably try and breastfeed a full year again because that was really cool. But yeah, his last time to breastfeed was like 11 months. He just started biting and he was not into it and he didn't want to snuggle anymore. He was just growing up. And so we got formula to finish him off of his first full year. And I was really nervous about switching him. So I did it so slowly because but he's used to breast milk. And so it was just really funny. But anyway, let's make some baked potatoes. That's how I make my baked potatoes. My kids love them. I love them. And I ended it with 23 baked potatoes. So that should last a couple days, if not a week. So for leftovers and when Levi doesn't want to eat what I made. No, I'm just kidding. When when they don't like what I've made, they can just grab a baked potato if they're still hungry later, because that's my role, is they have to try the food, and then if they don't like it, then they can have something else. But anyway, this has been interesting because I've been noticing more of the ingredients that I use or that I need, and I'm a lot more aware of how much we're going through, which is kind of interesting. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you are having a fabulous day. If you are enjoying these videos, and even if you're not, please hit that like button and subscribe. We are enjoying sharing this journey with you and would love to continue to share this journey with you. And thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, and shared our videos on social media. We appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.